Hi, it's Hannah from Wildheart Media here. In this video I'm going to show you the changes we made to this website as part of our new website package, and this is for CBR Property Management, who are based in Brighton on the south coast of England. So this is what their old site looked like, and this was actually built back in 2011 by our founder Guy's previous digital marketing agency. And the first thing we notice, the first sort of major flaw with this website is that it is not at all responsive. So if I drag this window down, you can see that the content doesn't move. So you actually lose the whole, you can't actually see the content at all. And this is because mobile hadn't really taken off back in 2011. But obviously nowadays it's very important that websites are responsive. So nowadays around 50 to 70% of traffic comes from mobile, whereas back in 2011 it was only about 10 to 15%. The other thing that's really interesting in terms of sort of design conventions and how fast web design is changing is these days you would never actually have home in the main navigation. Most people these days know that you can just click on the logo and that's how you get back to home. It's very you don't often see an actual home menu item these days. So one thing that Guy's agency did do well was to have the contact details in the header bar so that they're visible on every single page. But it does make this header area is very busy because we have the main navigation here, we also have the sub navigation and the contact details and the logo and the tagline. So this makes for a very busy header. We also don't have very many images on this site, so you can see it's just a lot of text on this home page. And the other big issue with this site is the way the services are organised. So you can see we've got landlords, tenants, properties and services, which is a little bit confusing in itself because I would have thought these were all the services. And if we click through to some of those pages, so this is the landlords page, you don't get an at-a-glance view of what the services are for landlords. You need to sort of scroll down the whole page and then you can see what's on offer. And we have view ad hoc services over here, and if we click through there, it actually takes us into this services area in the main navigation, which is services for landlords. However, if we go to the tenants page, which is very similar, and it says view other services, that also takes us back to the services page, which is actually services for landlords. So it's a little bit confusing, yeah, not terribly well organised, so it's not very clear which section you should be in. So that was the old site, and now I'm going to show you how we have revamped the site. Here we go. So this is what the site looks like now, and immediately you can see we've got this nice big image of Smiley Catherine, and we've also, really importantly, got the why. So on the old site, on the homepage, this is all about the what, maybe some of the how, but it's mostly the what. Whereas on the new site, we now have some why. Are you looking for stress-free property management? Your properties and tenants are in safe hands with us, so it's really important to kind of resonate with your audience and let them know how you're going to help them. So then we helped Catherine kind of divide up her services into what she offers, and we've made this really clear throughout the whole site. So we've got landlords, block management and tenants. These are the three main audience types, and they're repeated in the main navigation across the top here. Scroll down on the home page and you can see we've still got a link to the book that she wrote about student letting. We've got a link to About Us section, and we've also made quite a feature of her latest blog post, so this will automatically pull through the latest 3 blogs. Then we've got her tagline and her property ombudsman logo, and then we've got her footer navigation here, so we've got these sub pages, links to her social media. So let's just go across let's dive down into some of these pages. The landlords, block management, tenants pages are all very similar, so I'll just show you one of these. So on the landlords page you can instantly see at a glance what it is that she offers, and these are actually all anchored links. So you click on these and you drop down to the section, you get all the detail about what's available, and you can also go back up to the top and again click on these links. And all the way through this page, these buttons, the landlord inquiries and the contact, all of these buttons go to the same place, which is to drop down to the very bottom of the page where we have the call to action. So just coming back up to these sections, so if you were to scroll down the page, here are all the main sections. We then include some social proof, which is really important. So we've got a couple of testimonials there. We've got a link through to the FAQs specifically for landlords, so that's really important if you want to find out more. And then, yeah, this is the main call to action on the page. So what do we want them to do on this page? We want them to contact us with their landlord inquiry. And if they fill in this form, there's actually a hidden field in this form which tells Catherine which page they have come from when filling in this form. So really important that every single page has a clear goal. What do we want people to do on this page? We either want to fill this form in or we want to take them to somewhere else to get some more information. So these pages are all very similar. The properties page is a link to her Zoopla account where all her properties are listed, and it's really important that that opens in a new tab so that we haven't lost them off the original website, so they can go over there, have a look at the properties, and they can still come back onto the website to get more information or take further action. Contact page is really simple. I'm not going to show you that. It's just got a standard contact form and contact details on it. About page is pretty straightforward. The FAQ section is important because obviously it's giving people a lot of information. So again, we've divided it into these 3 sections. And if I just click into the first one, again, we have these anchored links that drop down to the questions, and you can go back up to the top. And then we've got links through to the other FAQs pages if they want to read those. And if I just go down to the bottom here, and then the news section, we've made much more of a feature of this as well. So here are her latest blog posts. You can click into a particular category and then see all the posts that are in that category. You can click on a particular post and obviously read that post. Where possible, we've added internal links into other pages of her site, so it's really important to use internal links to cross-reference to other content. And there's also a search feature that you can... Hi, we've set this out into different sections. We've got links here for landlords associations, deposits, housing legislation, and useful local suppliers. And again, all of these websites open in new tabs so that we haven't lost them off the original site. So there we go. That is how Catherine's original site looked, and this is the transformation and the reasons why we've made those changes. Great, so I hope you found that interesting. And if you'd like a brand new website, do get in touch and we can help you with that. Okay, thanks. Bye.